When my grandfather got an apartment and ours was next door, he would talk about how he had season tickets. He was in the printing business. He would bring clients there, and of course, what was left behind was all of the infrastructure, or some of the infrastructure of the park, including the Unisphere, the big globe that was done by U.S. Steel. And the Tent of Tomorrow was there, and the towers, all the iconography that you've been looking at all morning. And the notion of setting this big set piece in the park and using all of the digital work of ILM to build a version of the World's Fair that I never got to see, and what it would be like if it was still going on today. And positioning Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, as a Walt Disney-like figure that was having Stark expos every, at the cadence of the World's Fairs, and showing it from all the way back to the time of, as Kevin explored later, back to the time of Captain America, in sort of the pre-war period, or around contemporary with the Second World War. We were creating this parallel history, and so we got to get helicopter plates of Flushing Meadow Park and then build up all those images that you've seen. And it was, it just, even though I've never been there, he's never been there, we still felt a connection to it. I think primarily through Disney and how that spirit was kept alive. And as we've learned more and more about the technology, really understanding all the innovations and breakthroughs that happen that have been so well explained today. And I always, I would ride my bicycle through the park. My company's called Fairview. My logo is inspired by the Unisphere and the Trilon. And as a kid from Queens, that was always, Flushing Meadow Park is such a big part of our life. And my grandfather lived on one side of the park, my father lived on the other. I would ride my bike through it. And I'm happy to say that today there's different, my friend Roy Choi is here, Chef Roy Choi. He was there working at the governor's ball. There was a big having food there and seeing the park still alive. And all of it is in the shadow of these structures. And whether it's popping up in Marvel Comics, it was always great to see that iconography there, or the Beastie Boys album, seeing that, seeing that delight. And Men in Black, and then we finally got to incorporate that into ours.